all eyes are squarely on the budget tomorrow. The Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, clearly has a work cut out. There is a billion eyes will be watching and waiting and hoping that there's going to be something profound in terms of something in the budget for them. Joining us to tell us a little bit about her expectations and where the budget stands given the overall state of the Indian economy, Shobhana Kamineni. Thanks, Shobhana, very much for being with us. Let's talk about the health sector, education health first. What are some of the key expectations that you have as Executive Vice Chairperson of the Apollo Group of this budget as far as the health sector is concerned?
Hi, Vishnu. I think that fundamentally we have to understand, there was a difference between an interim budget in an election year and a full budget. Somehow we are getting the signals, and that's why I'm headed to Delhi tomorrow to watch the budget in Delhi, weather permitting, that this budget is being treated by this government just like they go after everything. They go after development with passion and they really want to grow. Health sector, if you see, for instance, it was always a laggard. The government would invest around 1.5% pre-COVID. During the COVID years, it actually bumped up to between 2.2 to 2.3, sometimes in some states even more. Fortunately, it's not really come down by that much. It settled again in above 2%. So I think that, healthcare has become a sector of importance. One is that not just is it required for a developing nation, but it's also required to keep our people healthy. And most of all, I think that everyone has realized it's a great place for good jobs. And I think a lot of this budget is going to be around jobs.
No, Shobhana, that's a key point. And I was going to actually ask you about that skill development, and of course employment. Do you believe that would perhaps be the central focus of this budget?
Let me tell you, if I can back up just a minute, of why I think it's important. If you read all the studies on new development, global economics, you will see that manufacturing is really not the key. Even in India today, 54% is coming from services. And manufacturing, just the nature of the way capital and tech has played out, doesn't require gigafactories, complex supply chains, and big exports. It's going to happen in places closer to home, additive manufacturing. And so the very nature of our industrial policy needs to change there. But having said that, on the services side, if you look at generative AI and just the way that skilling is going, India has a fantastic opportunity in every space to make sure that, we can skill. We still have an unemployment of 8.4%. We have at least 8 million people that are skilled, that can come into this workforce and provide good jobs, give a fillip to the economy. So I'm excited that not only will the government start working on a new industrial policy, which it should, in consultation with the private sector, but the front and center focus, for real job creation is going to come from the services sector.
You spoke about generative AI and AI. There is a bit of a concern on India's export of digital services. It's such an important part of our economy. It earns us so much. How that might actually be impacted by the easy availability of AI elsewhere. So is that something to watch out for?
I think it's something that we know is going to come. So once you know it, there will be solutions for it. Because we're seeing more and more hospitals thinking, how can we take out, hospitals across the world, how do we take out costs? Why don't we bring things, it's easier for us combining AI. So really the nature is going to be, how can we make technology, our labor, how do we make our labor work for the world? And this will come from how we can figure how technology supports labor and not replaces. So it will be a challenge, but I think most industry has seen an opportunity in doing so.